So, I recorded part 2 already, but then it cut me off mid-sentence, so I'm doing it again. Parte dos. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's part 2. This is part 2. You need to go see part 1. I already talked about the Dekanga a little bit. I already went over the cards that the High Priestess wants to make us aware of. And so this part is going to be me clarifying or adding more context. And also my own opinions as someone who loves liberation and does not want to see these things continue and loves Black liberation. So, I asked the High Priestess, do you think we're ever going to receive the entirety of the Epstein files? Because right now we only have like about half. And in that 3 million documents, pages of documents, most of them, a hell of a lot of them, are redacted all the way through. What the High Priestess said was strong yes. 2 aces, an ace of spades and an ace of diamonds. Strong yes, she believes that we will receive the entirety of those files. I will say, however, the High Priestess ain't a diviner. She's extremely powerful, but she ain't a diviner, which means she cannot necessarily tell us the future. This is just her opinion. Her very experienced in politics and military situations. That's where her opinion comes from. Experience. She also gave us the big joker, which means that it will lead us to our big goal. Big goal as in liberation. Then we also have the special card in the deck. It's the same on both sides. And that represents a shiny, rare, golden opportunity. Something's going to come out of nowhere where we get all the documents. We get every page. And maybe it's redacted because of youth, but I don't know. I'm not even going to make that claim because this is her opinion, not mine. But what I can tell you is that in part 1, I was talking about this last card. No, that's not the last card. This is the last card. The 4 of spades. The 4 of spades represents genocide. The final action needed to complete their mission, which is a money-making mission. Genocide is the last action needed. What does that mean? It means that these people want to distract the public from what they're doing by escalating the crimes in Palestine. That was 333. And I hate to call any genocide a distraction, but that's what they think about it. They think that we can't focus on multiple things at the same time. They think that, oh, okay, if things are really going bad in Palestine, which is now spreading to Lebanon and Iran, that we won't pay attention to what they're doing. Let me show you that. But yes. And these files, this case, is indicative of the nature of the United States of America. But I'll get off that big old soapbox for now. And I'll tell you that this thing is coming back around. There are people who think they've gotten away with it, who think that they're not going to be held accountable for their actions. There are people who are avoiding it. That was 444. And I can also see that there are good energies caught up in this as well. And there's a good energy that They're dead. They're dead. But when I say that this thing is going to be coming back around, I mean that we ain't even got started. There's going to be a lot of motion in this latter part of the Dekenga. It's going to come around, and a lot of people are going to be held accountable for the actions that they've done. And then it's going to come back around again, and more people are going to be found out. And then it's going to come back around again, where where these people who were avoiding it and thought they won't gonna get caught are gonna get caught. Okay? It's coming back multiple times. And so, what else? Oh yeah, my soapbox. And so, it's indicative of America because this country, USA, was founded on trafficking, human trafficking of Africans. They were selling our children. They were splitting up our families. They were, when I say they, I mean the founding fucking fathers. I mean the slave traffickers who were stealing people in Africa and bringing them to this land. I mean the slave owners. You can't own a person. And not only did they do all that, they made an economy off of it. That's what these people were trying to do. They were trying to have this huge ring and then funnel that money into the economy so that they can boost their own pockets more. That's what the whole game was. That is the money-making mission. And that's why they want to distract us. And with that buzzing, come on, confirmation. Good day to the good folks, because I know y'all out there. Bad day to the bad folks, because I know y'all out there. Fuck y'all.